who you are that counts. You know, he falls in love with our main female lead because, you know, she's smart, she's, you know, she realizes they can talk about the roses in the garden kind of thing, and they can talk about all the books they read. They talk a lot, and they find out they have a lot more in common. You know, both of their dads aren't there for them. You know, his dad is always constantly working. Hers is a drug addict. That kind of thing. In the end, they do get their little happily ever after. He gets to turn back into a human, and they're together even after graduation, which is what you see at the very end in the epilogue. I want to make a quick comment on the movie that's coming out that's based on this book. I did see the trailer. I saw it, I think it was before Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and all I can say is that I'm slightly disappointed that they're changing what the author is trying to say in the book. First of all, in his beast form, he doesn't really look like a beast. He looks like a guy that has, like, random piercings all over the place, kind of tattoos thing going on. It's not how I imagined the beast, and I was kind of imagining something close to what they did in the Disney version, you know, a very beast-like kind of character. Another thing is, they have Vanessa Hudgens playing the female lead. The female lead is a girl that has, you know, bad teeth, red hair. You know, she's not someone you'd go and say, oh, she's very beautiful. Vanessa Hudgens is very beautiful. I'm kind of slightly disappointed that Hollywood sees that they have to have this kind of thing going on and they can't follow a book. Speaking of Voyage of the Dawn Treader, a review will be coming up after this video. Moving on to, yes, Hunger Games by Susanna Collins. Now, I first read The Hunger Games around sometime in March, and I only read the first 100 pages, so I was like, okay, I don't really like this book. I'm a big science fiction kind of person, but I just was like, oh, I don't really like this book. It was getting to the point where they're just kind of training, and so that's probably why I didn't like it. But then I thought, well, I'll give it another shot. So I read the whole book, and I felt absolutely in love with it. I think Katniss is a very great character. You know, I really like how she gives up her freedom, her life for her sister. And, you know, I think that's something that's truly wonderful. I can't wait. You know, I want to learn more about how this society, you know, the Capitol, well, why are they the way they are? Why are they doing this to their people? Why are they forcing the kids to fight each other in this competition? You know, I do think that the love triangle going on is kind of, but I'm sure it's going to develop more in the next 2 books with her friend and then Peeta. I hope I'm saying these names right. Friend is Gale. You know, this book had, there's a little bit of romance in it. It's more of an action survival kind of story, and I really like that. You know, it's a nice break from all the romance that is filled in the YA genre. You know, it also shows that, you know, it's a very successful series. You know, it shows that girls don't just like romance, they do like the action kind of thing, and it's very nice. This story, you know, the idea of, you know, putting these kids in this ring, having them try to kill each other, is actually a very good idea. Very good idea. It's a very engaging kind of story. And I can't wait to see how they try to get rid of the Capitol. I'm sure that's what's going to happen in the next book, is they're going to try to destroy the Capitol. You know, and then she's eventually going to pick a guy kind of thing, I'm sure. And the love triangle is going to become more of a feature in the books, maybe. I don't know, I haven't read the next 2. plan to read the next two. Sorry about that. That is my dog barking. She's barking at the garbage man. Sorry. Overall, I give this book an A. It's a very good book. I think I'm very glad that it's getting the success it deserves a lot. There's a lot of great characters. Raven, shut up. Once again, I'm sorry about my dog. Raven, please be quiet. Thank you. No, Raven. Once again, I'm sorry about my dog. Anyways, it's a great series. It deserves a lot of the respect it's getting. Thumbs up. I can't wait to read the rest. It has become a new favorite of mine. Now I'm going to move on to Wicked Girls. It's a book that was written in verse. My first time reading the novel that's like that. Overall, I just didn't really enjoy this book. I'm sorry. It does take place during the Salem witch trials. Most of for each of the trials she presents, when they're accusing some person of being a witch. I'm not an expert on the Salem witch trials. I know a little bit about it, but it was just really strange to read. It just wasn't enjoyable. It was towards the end of the book, I was like, when is this book going to be over? I actually didn't finish it because I had to return it to the library because someone else wanted to read it. I didn't finish like 50 pages, so it was pretty much every little section. Some trial, and then, the girls are talking to each other with their problems. It was kind of boring. I don't know if all the historical facts are right. She had a list of all the people. She's like, these people did exist, and this is what happened to them, kind of thing. I don't know if they really were real people, kind of thing. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the Salem witch trials. I just did not enjoy this book. I thought, it was kind of boring. At first I was like, okay, it's okay. But then it was getting to the point where she was just going on and on and on about the trials and, this tiff between two of the older girls and, because one girl wants to marry this one guy, Isaac, I guess his name, and he's kind of flirting with the maid of her cousin, blah, blah, blah. It was really getting to the point where it was boring. But, I gave this book a C. You're probably wondering why. I mean, it was just boring. It was just average. It wasn't, oh my god, terrible. It wasn't really great. It was just, in the middle kind of thing. I mean, the writing was good, even if it's in that form, but it was just boring. Moving on to a really great book I read last year, The Duff. And this was such a fantastic book. I mean, I highly, highly recommend you read it. What I think appealed to me about this book is the idea that we all think we're a duff, which is a designated ugly fat friend, because towards the end of the novel, when the main character, Bianca, tells her friends about the term the duff, they're all like, oh no, you're not the duff, I'm the duff, kind of thing. And the author had said when her friends and her were joking about that term, and they started saying, no, I'm the duff, I'm the, she realized that all of us feel like we're the duff kind of thing. And so I think that really touches something deep inside all girls, whether, of all sorts, whether they're skinny, fat kind of thing. We all think we're that thing, the duff, in our group of friends, which is really sad, but I do like the character. She's so witty. She's, really fun to be around. She doesn't take anything from nobody, especially the guy,